What it do? What's good, my peoples? I hope y'all doing well, staying mentally fit. You know what I mean? That's the only way to overcome all these obstacles. You know what I mean? Shout out Inky, man. He been doing this thing. Check out his show. I think it's every day now. Check it out, Inky Man Show. You know, shout out to them. They doing their thing from Las Vegas. Peace and love. Just want to tell you, check out the new album that's coming soon. Mega Spin's God Mode at the highest form, so check it out. It's coming soon.
And now, here with an unlimited supply of misinformation is Mr. Broadcasting
What up? It's your boy. So today, I'm stuttering. I'm happy because the Pats gotta win. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, baby? You know what I'm saying? You suckers. You see that? That's the new shirt up in the store. Anyway. Been a crazy weekend for the most part. I've just been out here dashing and stuff. Last week I didn't get to do a show, but at the same time I'm doing a little experiment. I'm putting the show on YouTube, and then I'm sharing the show on Facebook, and I don't seem to be getting the same amount of views. In fact, it's cut drastically. So what I did yesterday was put all the shows back up for the day, so that you can catch up on those shows and tag people on it. At least that's what in my head, that's what I did. I'm going to carry that out, is what I'm trying to say. And we'll see how that works itself out. Anyway, so I'm noticing that when it comes to that, apparently people aren't going to YouTube to see the show. So I'm going to have to just put it on YouTube, put it on Facebook too. We'll see what happens with that. But just doing a little bit of experimenting. Your boy is really stepping up in the social media game, getting in as a digital creator, trying to fashion myself as an influencer, if you will, because I've told you I'm trying to make money with this show. You know what I mean? And so I'm just now more than ever, and big shout to Cookie because Cookie's doing this as well. Now more than ever, I'm paying attention to what's going on, what the people want, what I should be, what kind of value do I provide for you besides just talking off my head and being silly. So since I've been doing that, I've been more focused on that as well as dashing to make sure I can have the ability to do that. You understand what I'm saying, baby? So that's that with that. The store is starting to pick up a little bit. Store right here, inkspot.com, is picking up, getting more people in it. But see, my goal is to get that thing going so that by the time Cyber Monday and Black Friday, these things come around, you know, people are buying, actually adding my stuff to their Christmas list. I've had that happen before, but it was like one guy, big shout to my man Bob, that did that. Anyway, let's get into Motivation Monday. Alright, so the motivation today, off the top of my head, the topic that I have, and then I'll figure out some motivation as I'm talking. With social media, and people who take it seriously as far as being influencers or really wanting people to see their stuff so they can get, you know, sponsorships and partnerships and collaborations and things like that. The topic today is people are their own Hollywood. Let me explain what I mean by that. So now with, like I said, with social media being the way that it is, like even right now with me, I have all the house lights off and I have a ring light right above here so you can get a good resolution. This camera, a good resolution. I want you to be able to see me in high definition, you know. But you know, when you go out and you're at a store and you see people and they got their phones and they're doing all this kind of stuff, or you, especially out here in Vegas, I see that a lot, and I'm sure it's happening all over the place. But when you see people and they have their own ring lights, you know, a ring light, I just have to Look it up. Google what a ring light is. But for the most part, if you can recall, especially people of my age and above, when TV was the thing to watch, and you had the behind the scenes look of a TV show being filmed. You know, you got cameramen in different positions. You got lighting. You got people holding the microphone, the key grip, and the key grip, I believe, holds the boom mic, which is the mic that on a poorly filmed film or a non-paying attention to production TV show, you'll see this mic, and it might be like right here. It'll be like a mic. Everybody's back here, but you see this microphone like right here. And you may or may not have noticed that, but go back and look at shows like in the 70s and 80s. Some people messed up and you would see that, especially on like Saturday Night Live. The point is, for the people who had TV as their medium, as the place to get their news and place to see stuff, and celebrities and TV shows and things like that, that behind the scenes look is now in the forefront. Now individual people have all of that. You know, I'm looking at what's that brother's name? Logan Paul, of the Logan Paul and Jake Paul, the brothers that are social media influencer turned MMA fighters and boxers. I was watching something from him, and he was in, either it was him or someone was talking about him, but they said he has like a whole crew of like 30 some odd people. Now you would know that because if you're watching his podcast, his video podcast, you see him sitting down with guests. He has a guy to the side who's playing like his Ed McMahon. For those of you who do not know who that is, Ed McMahon, look him up. He's like his sidekick there on the couch as they're interviewing the person over here. But then they got all these people in the background that are not on the camera that's helping to produce each episode. And this is what I mean by people are their own Hollywood. Now I know where to get some motivation out of that, right? So let me continue to build on that. Have you ever seen that? Are you familiar with what I'm talking about? You're out and about and you see people and they have lights on their phones, or someone is somewhere and they're taking a picture and someone's taking a picture of them, or they're filming video, or people are pulling their cameras out and they're filming their food and things like that. These are people that may be doing it for the heck of it, but at the same time, there's money in these things. So now you're seeing people do this, young and old. It used to be the young kids. Now everybody's doing it because there's money in this. Brand partnerships and things like that there's a lot of money to be made. People who are on YouTube, people who are on TikTok, there's a lot of money to be made if you're willing to go through the production of making these happen. So with the production comes, like I said, ring lights, whole crews, scripts in some cases, lighting, sound, people having mics when they're out doing these little pranks and stuff like that. All that stuff costs money to do. That's not just some old bull, you know what I mean? These things cost money. You understand what I mean? But at the same time, this what makes an individual their own Hollywood, because they have their own production studio, so to speak, to do these things. Not to mention, you come home and you have to edit. You have to have some nice editing software to edit the stuff down. You're getting sounds to put in on top of the fact that you're talking. There's a lot that goes into these things. It takes me about an hour, sometimes more, to make these shows that are only 10 minutes. Now, with that being the build-up, the motivation comes from this. So with that comes people who are acting as if they're A, B, and C list celebrities. The entitlement that's coming with it. The people who are willing to try to recreate Jackass and doing prank shows, and you're getting these girls who don't have as much esteem as they should. They don't think that they're as beautiful as they should be. You're seeing people my age, and I'm 50. People my age and starting to get older are going to the gym, whereas before that wasn't the case. It's not to say older people weren't going to the gym, but there's a big difference now, is what I'm gonna say. Because I don't want to start getting in trouble and have people talking bullshit to me. I'm not as scared of it. Bring the smoke, but ain't no sense in just inviting that. The point I'm trying to make is that self-esteem and confidence and things like that come with this celebrity that's going along. You know, it's because there's so many people trying to make it in social media realms and influencer realms. You know, they're really concentrating on how they look, how they speak. You know, is their hair right? Is their makeup right? Is their body right? Is their mind right? And they're taking it to the extremes because in some cases they're trying to make the money versus people who are actually making money, but they're still having the same stress. My thing is this. I'm trying to do what everybody else is trying to do, but at the same time, what makes me different is the fact that I am different, which makes you different. People who are doing these shows and who are not, you are different. If 5 of us were all talking about football per se, 5 of us might like different teams. But let's break it down even more. If 5 of us were all talking about the New England Patriots, all 5 of us, all of us are still going to have different angles. The only thing that would be similar is the facts. What was the score? Who was played? Who was the coach? Who's on the team? Those would be the facts. But as far as what it is that you would have to say, we'd all be saying something different. This is why you also see video podcasts where people are talking about the same thing, but there's 5, 4, 3, 2 people that are talking because they have different viewpoints. With that process alone, that makes you different. You see me? At one time I was worrying about, I have my face, my skin look. I look at some of my past shows, man, I got boogers in my nose. Not all the time, but a lot of times it's hair because of my age, hair that I haven't trimmed off yet, coming out of my nose, and my face ain't shaved like it's not now. It's not like trimmed and neat, but there's still a lot of people who follow me. Over all my platforms, I have over 12,000 followers. This man. 12,000 followers between TikTok, Facebook, Snapchat, LinkedIn. 12,000 followers. Alright? Why? Because I'm different. I'm consistent. And I'm confident about these things. You understand what I'm saying? And what I'm saying is, as the Motivation Monday, get out there and be you. Even if you're trying to achieve these things, even if you're trying to be your own Hollywood, if you're not trying to be your own Hollywood, be you. That's what life is all about. You. That's what makes people come and talk to you. This is what makes people come and ask you questions about something they need. Because you are you. You understand what I mean? Do you, as DMX, the late great DMX said. Do you. That's some real stuff right there. And it's amazing because something as simple as that simple principle, is difficult for people, and it's getting more and more difficult for the generation that's coming up and mastering TikTok and social media platforms, the ones that came up into that culture. It's hard for them. It's crazy to go around and, I remember I did a DoorDash. I went to this one house and this girl answered the door, and she looked like she might have been, 15, 16. She didn't look like she was in her 20s, but she had her lips done. She had these huge boobs that were obviously fake, ordering something, I don't know. And I'm sitting there and I'm going, damn, but in my day, people that were trying to get their lips done, their butts done, that wasn't a big deal at one point. Butts done, boob jobs, eating right, or even getting liposuction and things like that. That was for actors and celebrities because they were in the public eye and they felt like they had to do that. But now with social media, we are all put on public eye. Even if you don't have a phone, someone else does, and you're being seen on their phone. So now people are more aware and care more about their appearance, but to the point of a detriment where self-esteem is being attacked. Cyberbullying is happening. How do you get bullied by someone over the phone? How do you get bullied by someone who is not face-to-face with you? And there's kids out here killing themselves over cyberbullying. There's cyberbullying policies. And it's like, are you serious? It's all of this goes back to people being their own Hollywood. Do you? Inky Man. Motivation Monday, you suckers. Later. I'm out, yo. Out, yo. Out, yo. Out, yo.